Hello friends, welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. I'm so happy to finally be making another video for you guys. I feel 1,000 times better than I did before. I'm so close to being done with graduate school for forever, and I am beyond excited about that. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you'll know when I am doing my next free reading giveaway to celebrate graduating, as well as giving out coupons to my Etsy shop to celebrate as well. But yeah, I'm really thankful for you guys having been so kind to me, and for the people who I did personal readings for. I'm so thankful for them as well, for having been so patient with me when I was not feeling the best. But anyway, let's just get right on into it. I have 4 piles for you to choose from today, and the question we are looking into is how they see you and your connection. So the 4 piles that I have are pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy, as well as with your person's energy, and I will see you in a minute. Hello, pile 1. It is so good to be back reading for you guys. I feel 1,000 times better. I am almost done with school. I am ready to celebrate, and I am so excited to start doing YouTube videos again. I'm so happy to have my voice back, and thank you all so much for being so kind to me about my sick voice. I really appreciate it. So today we are going to be asking, how do they see you and your connection? So these cards are going to represent how they see you and your connection, and then we're going to pull tarot on where they see this connection heading. Okay, so let's get into it. How does your person see you? So we have the monk/nun, and we have the dragon. So pile 1, this is pretty beautiful stuff for someone to see you as the monk/nun, and the dragon is to see you as somebody who is immensely in their own personal power. I think they also see you as kind of like a guiding light to them. Somebody who is, they see you as somebody who is really in touch with yourself, beyond just who you are in this 3-dimensional world, but rather you're in touch with source. You're in touch with all that is. And they see you as somebody who is just living incredibly authentically, and really is separated from their ego. Yeah, I would say that, with the monk here, the light attribute is selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. And I think that what this really is indicating is a dedication to source, to yourself, to spirit, however it is that it resonates for you. But yeah, I think that they see you as somebody who helps them navigate the world, perhaps is kind of guiding this connection along and helping this connection kind of be navigated in ways in which it hasn't before. But overall, I would say that they look at you, and there's awe. There's awe for who you are, and for the work that you've put in, and for just the vibration that you hold. And then in terms of how they see this connection, we have the stone, release, radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go, and gift. Pile 1, oh my gosh, I feel like pile 1 is really in the lead right now for the sweetest messages ever, at least for this reading in particular. Of course, I haven't read anybody else's, but this is lovely. For them to see your connection as the stone, there's permanency here. There's a sense of permanency in some way, shape, or form. So perhaps this is a long-term connection that you have already really laid the foundation down for. And if that's the case, this is just further confirmation that their commitment to you is unwavering. However, if it's not a long-term connection, and this is something that is just starting out, this person sees a huge amount of potential for this connection that's sustainable and long-lasting. And also the stone represents loyalty, and I'm sensing a desire. If there has not been commitment yet, there's a desire for some type of commitment to be had. And with release here, I'm sensing that what this connection is bringing to the table for them is this lesson of radical acceptance, especially for the dragon to have shown up for how they see you. I think they're seeing you as a guide in which to really trust source, really trust the stage of life that you are at, and they're working on that, and they see this connection as something that offers them the potential to practice release. And then we have gift. It's just so perfect. They see this connection as something so very, very special, something that has been gifted to them. It's like they don't feel as though they had to work for this. It's just genuine love. Like, when it's your birthday, for instance, the people who love you are going to buy you presents, and it's not because you've done anything spectacular. It's because it's your right to be cared for, to be loved. And I'm sensing that they see this connection as something in which it feels so natural, and they've just been gifted this wonderful experience, or this wonderful relationship, without having to have done anything besides be themselves. And it fits perfectly, and they truly do feel as though it's a gift. Okay, Lily, you need to go. You gots to go, girl. I have to pull some tarot now. We're going to see how pile one's person sees this connection going. Come on. Come on. Oop. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull tarot, and we'll ask, where does your person see this connection heading? Where does pile one's person see this connection heading? Very interesting. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands, the Five of Swords, the World, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Okay. Let's get a few more. Where do they see this connection heading? Okay. We have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and this, the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. All right. So, for the Six of Wands to be the bottom of the deck energy, that is the most prominent energy that is here. That's the energy that is influencing the rest of these cards. And what I want to say, in terms of where they see this connection heading, is towards success. It's towards abundance. They don't have a doubt in their mind that this connection is on its way, if it hasn't already arrived, at great things, and more is to come. With the where do I want to start? I guess I'll just go left to right. With the Knight of Wands here, and then the Four of Wands, this could be indicative of them either fantasizing or really feeling as though marriage is in the cards for the both of you. And I almost want to say, and this will only resonate, I don't want you to think like, oh, they want to marry me and we just met a week ago. Like, I think it's always very important to use your own judgment, because these are general readings. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. But for some of you, I'm sensing like even like an elopement of some kind, with this Knight of Wands being such a fast-moving, passionate energy, and the Four of Wands being a card of celebrations and also of marriage a lot of the time. I do sense that they see, if not marriage, like a fast marriage, fast progression, perhaps moving in together, or just more progress towards joy within this connection. And over here we have the Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands. They see this connection heading in a place in which kind of like how I was talking about how with the gift here, it's like it was just gifted to them. They didn't have to do anything for it. What I'm getting is they kind of feel like this connection is headed still in that direction of just kind of ease and flow. Things are happening really naturally, and there really isn't a need to put up a fight or be defensive, because everything that they could dream of has the potential of coming true in this connection. And then we have the World and the Ace of Cups. And I think that all of these cards here in this little quadrant all kind of go hand in hand, in the sense of the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, and the Ace of Cups is a card of like emotional release, and I'm sensing that they feel as though this connection is headed in a way in which old cycles, old patterns that perhaps one or both of you have continuously held on to are going to be released. Essentially, the cycles are coming to a close. With the World and the Ace of Cups here, this could also be indicative of them really seeing this connection going on like perhaps a romantic getaway of some kind. But the biggest thing is that there's a cycle of like patterns that were no longer serving you, and patterns that were hurtful, coming to a close. And in doing this, in this connection having cycles coming to a close, cycles being released, this connection is headed in a place in which true rest can happen. And I don't mean it in the sense of like, oh, you're going to be so bored, you guys aren't going to do anything, like you're going to get really comfortable, and then suddenly like you guys there's no passion. Like, I don't mean it like that. I mean it more in the sense of like, they feel as though it almost feels like they have in the past viewed love as like something somewhat of like a war or a battle of some kind, and they're seeing this connection as the opportunity in which to stop having to battle through love, and just starting to be able to be at peace and feel safe and feel calm and really understand what it means to have like a warm, constant, dependable love. That's where they see this connection headed. It's all very positive. Let me go ahead and get you some advice before I end this. I'm going to get one of these relationship ones and then one of the regular ones. What advice is there for pile 1? Okay. Appreciation. I appreciate the unique ways other people show their love, rather than compare their ways with my ways. Then I appreciate myself for maturely putting up with the people who just can't seem to show love the normal, obvious, universally accepted way. Good job, both of us. Okay. What advice is there for pile 1? Confidence. In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself on a refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what an A+ that is? Okay, pile 1. Well, that is what I'm seeing for you today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. I'm not really sure what is still available right now. I'm probably going to restock again maybe next week after my my schooling is done. So keep an eye out for that, and hopefully I will have the chance to read for you in another video again soon. Bye! Hello, pile 2. It's so good to be back, and it's so good to be reading tarot again, and I'm so excited to be here. So today we are asking, how do they see you and your connection? I apologize that this video is coming out late, but I did do a poll, and the results of the poll were that this was the video that wanted to be watched next, and so that's what we're doing. So these cards here are going to represent how they see you, how they see your connection, and then we're going to pull tarot to ask the cards, where do they see this connection going? So, pile 2, they see you as the gossip. The light attributes of the gossip are awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honoring trust. And the shadow attributes are thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information and betraying confidences. And they also see you as the tarantula. Okay, so I am getting the feeling that right now your person is viewing you as somebody who is at a crossroads in life. This might be a crossroads in which you are unsure of what you want out of this connection currently, or perhaps it's just what you want out of life in general. There's just an element here of knowing that there is more that you need, or knowing that there is more that you want, that you have not taken the leap of faith in just kind of doing it. Like it kind of feels like you're teetering on certain ideas, and you're teetering on the thought of taking a leap of faith of some kind. And I think one of the reasons why, in their perspective, as to why you have not taken this leap of faith, has to do with the fact that you are in these light attributes of the gossip, in which you really want to consider the feelings of others. So I'm kind of picking up on the feeling that perhaps whatever it is that you are considering right now could affect other people. And for it to show up as how they see you, I think that they're under the impression that this might affect them as well. Let me see, let me see if I'm forgetting anything. Let's see. Tarantula. I think it's something also that's like kind of, it's not going to go away. Like if there's, your person is under the impression that like if you're trying to avoid this, or avoid making a decision, avoid listening to your intuition, it's not going to go away. It's going to continue looming over you, or looming over this connection, until a decision is made. Yeah, I think that's everything that I'm picking up on. And then how do they see your connection? We have the Father, movement, obstacles, and healing. Okay. So the Father as an archetype is dual natured. It represents a duality. And if you look at this image, you can see the duality right here on the image of the tree's silhouette, and then it changing. Like it's the same, but it's not, if that makes sense. And the Father represents as an archetype, the protector, but also the one who leaves us. There's this element of like on and off, or hot and cold, something unstable here, in which they see this connection as something that is profoundly needed, or that feels natural. However, at the same time, it is ungrounded in one way, shape, or form. Like perhaps there's like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door, or decisions need to be made, but they're not being made, and so everything is in limbo. There's just an element of like uncertainty here. And you can see it with obstacles as well. It's like there's something blocking the natural progression of this. And there's movement with the movement card here. Obviously there is movement. However, it seems surface level or not. It seems like it appears as though there is growth or productivity or like motion of some kind happening within this connection. However, I think this person feels as though if they were to look even a little bit more deeply into what's actually going on, they would see that there actually really isn't all that much movement happening. There's like a stagnancy here that's not being talked about, or if it's not stagnancy, it's like an instability of some kind. And then we have healing. So I think they see this connection as something that for one is necessary for their healing process. Like this has been a guiding light for them in some kind of way. However, at the moment it's not fully grounded, and there are things that are kind of preventing the natural progression of this, or that are threatening this connection in some way, shape, or form. But let's see where they think that this connection is headed. Now, keep in mind that I'm not asking what the future of this connection is. I am simply asking how they see it going currently, based on how they've been feeling, on what they've been thinking, things like that. Okay. So, where does pile 2's person see this connection heading? I'm going to take this top one. We have the 2 of Wands, the decision that needs to be made. Okay. Okay. The King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Where do they see this connection heading? The King of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, and then on the back of the deck we have the Chariot. Okay, so this is really interesting. I think for some, for not all of you, but for some, this King of Wands is representing a second person that you might be kind of like weighing your options with. Like a decision needs to be made between this King of Wands and this King of Pentacles. However, for a lot of you, I feel like what this King of Wands represents is what lights your soul on fire, what gets your heart beating, what excites you. And I feel like whatever this crossroads has been for you that you've been hesitating on has to do with like a dream of yours, of something that you truly have been wanting for a long time, and you've been withholding yourself from it. And they see you making a decision to finally pursue that. And it's one of those things where it's like if you take a leap of faith, things are going to start happening so quickly. It's like the obstacle that I've been feeling that's been shown here is going to be removed, and the movement that I felt was like kind of like a false sense of movement is going to become true with this Chariot. This is all about movement. This is all about action and moving forward and charging forward. And so I'm sensing that with this leap of faith, this connection will have the chance to once again continue its natural progress. The King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles reversed. That's interesting. I feel like there's like a balance that's going to happen. Like the King of Pentacles, I think, is being represented as not only that third party that I was picking up for some of you, not for all, but for some of you, is also representative of the Father. And I think for the Five of Pentacles to be reversed, which is typically about being left out in the cold, abandonment, this is saying that this person sees this connection in the future coming more into balance for one side of this Father. And what I think is it's going to be the Father that is stable and secure and grounded and the protector, rather than the Father who leaves. And then we have the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Lovers. I'm sensing that they feel as though a fresh, passionate start is about to occur, or is going to be occurring in the near future, especially with this Ace of Pentacles, which is all about laying down a foundation, planting seeds, and letting those seeds sprout, and roots being really grounded into the soil. And with everything I've been talking about the instability of the Father and how I feel like it's going to come back into balance and there's going to be this groundedness to it, I think this is further confirmation that there's going to be, they feel as though once you are able to align yourself with what it is that you desire in life, or what it is that is true to you, it's going to ignite passion and really help stabilize this connection in a way in which from there both of your heart spaces can open entirely and union can occur. That's where they see this connection heading. Yeah, you agree, Lily? Okay, let's go ahead and get you some advice. What advice is there for pile 2? What advice is there for pile 2? Everyone's a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me a better person. Okay, what advice is there for pile 2? Boundaries. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries, and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken, and sometimes it's given, and sometimes if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. All right, pile 2, well, this is what I'm seeing for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, so that I will have the chance to read do more readings for you like this in the future. Feel free to look through my Etsy shop and see what is currently available for readings. I probably will restock everything in the next couple of weeks once graduate school is finally done. Thank you so, so much, and hopefully I will see you again in another reading soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. So today we are going to be asking, how do they see you and your connection? So we'll go ahead and pull these cards for how they see you and your connection, and we'll also get into tarot to see where it is that they see this connection heading. Okay, so right now, pile 3, your person sees you as the Knight. The light attributes are loyalty, romance, and chivalry, and a love of honor. And the shadow attributes are allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, and romantic delusions. And they also see you as the Bat. Okay, so pile 3. I would say that this person currently is seeing you as somebody who is ready to move on. Now, you might have already moved on, or you might truly just be on the verge of it, but the Bat in this instance is representative of letting go, of ending chapters. And for the Knight to be here, what I sense is that a lot of this belief that they have of viewing you as the Bat, a lot of these thoughts that they have about you letting go has to do with this connection. So, I mean, for pile 2, there were things going on that that their person was acknowledging that they were seeing in pile 2 that had nothing to do with this connection. But in this instance, it seems as though they feel like they are about to lose you if they have not already. And I don't mean just like lose you in the sense of you tell them you want to be done with this connection, but then you're still emotionally connected. I feel as though they feel like the connection is really becoming weaker between the two of you, and you truly are practicing letting go right now. And I think for a lot of you, this has to do with this Knight being loyal to yourself, recognizing what it is that you want, and refusing to be a part of romantic delusions that you would find in this shadow attribute. The Bat is all about acceptance, accepting what actually is rather than what we wish it would be, or what it was in the past. It really is about accepting things as they are. And they see you as somebody who is not bullshitting yourself right now. And in terms of how they see this connection, we have the Vessel, loss, abstract, and fate. Okay. So, with the Vessel here, I would say that they see this connection as something that is a source of comfort for them. Perhaps it is something that it feels kind of like it's in their comfort zone, and they're fearful of venturing out of it. They feel safe. However, it feels like with loss here, this is indicative of them seeing this connection as something that is ending, that they're losing. And so whether or not they want to stay within this container of a relationship, I think that they're realizing that their world might be expanding much, much more than they had hoped. And with abstract here, I'm sensing like a little bit of, it's almost like they're in the shadow attributes of this Knight and the romantic delusions. It feels almost like there's just a little bit of denial here in terms of like what's actually going on. Especially with fate. And I'm not negating the fact that there might be truth to that, to fate being involved here, and this being a destined partnership. However, I think that they might be holding on to this idea that this connection is fated, And, you know, something that is fated doesn't necessarily have to be something that lasts for forever. And I think that they might be getting confused about that, or blurring the two in order to kind of make a narrative that makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. But let's go ahead and see where they see this going. Now keep in mind, this is just where they see this connection headed. This has nothing to do with me asking what the future of this connection is, or what they want. This is just what they're seeing. Where do they see this connection heading? Okay. I'm gonna take these top two. We have the High Priestess, Strength, the Page of Cups, okay, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, I would say with this Page of Cups and the Three of Cups being here, and then with the bat being indicative of you moving on or closing a chapter, knowing your worth, I would say that for some of you, this Page of Cups and this Three of Cups is representative of some sort of betrayal that had happened in the past. And what they see happening in the future with this connection is them having the opportunity to make things right. Them having the opportunity to communicate their anxiety, their fears, the things that are keeping them up at night. There is a strong desire here, or there is a strong feeling on their end that they are going to have the opportunity to communicate with you what's been going on in their mind. And I think the High Priestess and the Two of Cups is indicative of this fated energy that they see this connection in which they feel as though union is still possible. And this didn't have to be a betrayal of any kind. This Page of Cups and this Three of Cups could be just indicative of a reunion, of a joyful reunion as well, and of them having the opportunity to show you why this chapter does not need to end. But yeah, there's a feeling here on their end that they are going to be back in union with you. I sense that a lot of you you're definitely on the rocks, but for a lot of you, I don't think that you guys are currently in union. And with Strength here and the Queen of Cups, I see them thinking that they are going to have the opportunity to kind of gently persuade you to open your heart space back up to them. And they think that this is going to happen pretty quickly. They think that it's going to happen pretty quickly, pretty swiftly, and once they say what they need to say, everything will be cleared. Now, whether or not you are on the same page as them about that is a totally different story. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile 3. I would definitely say that this person does not want to lose you. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching, pile 3. And if this, you know what? Let's get you some advice. There's always a pile where I forget about the advice. What advice is there for pile 3? No scorekeeping. I cut ties with past conflicts and make my personal life a clean, shiny slate. Beginning this moment, everything is new. When an old grievance repeats itself in my head, I introduce it to my new head tenants, tolerance and equanimity. Then I give it its stupid t-shirts and records back and tell it to leave. Okay, and One more. What advice is there for pile 3? Friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. All right, pile 3. Now this is where I'm going to leave you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, so that I will have the chance to do more readings like this for you in the future. And if you would like, you can click on my Etsy link to look at what personal readings I'm currently offering. I should be restocking my store soon once graduate school is finally over in just a few days. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, thank you, pile 3. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, pile 4. So today we are asking, how do they see you and your connection? So these cards are going to represent the answer to that question, and then we'll also pull tarot to ask where they see this connection headed. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle these real quick. Okay, pile 4. They see you currently as the rescuer. The light attributes are provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. And the shadow attributes are assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy, and the cheetah. Okay. Pile 4. I would say that this person sees you as somebody who is very powerful, in the sense of you go after what it is that you want, and you get it. The cheetah is somewhat of a more masculine energy, and so is the rescuer. And so I do see them viewing you currently as somebody who is more active in terms of how you are going about this connection. But yeah, I would say they view you as somebody who is passionate, somebody who is highly energetic, whose energy is kind of without limits. And I think also with this rescuer card, they see you in both the light and the shadow attributes. I'm sensing that they do see that you are somebody who genuinely cares for others, and there are moments in which you do act on love without expectation. However, there are also moments in which perhaps there is more of an agenda behind the actions in which you are taking. And that's just normal, in all honesty. There is no light without shadow, and there is no shadow without light. They go hand in hand. But yeah, I would say that this person, I think, recognizes that you have a very profound care for them and for this connection. You've placed importance on this connection, and you've let it be known. And then in terms of how they see this connection, we have the ocean, the creator, hope, and murder. And you know what? We also need to get some messages of love. I pulled them ahead of time for the other groups, but not for you. Okay. How do they see this connection? Okay. Spiritual lesson. Okay. So, in terms of how they are seeing this connection, I would say that this connection is something that is immensely deep. There are emotions all over the place. The ocean is representative of all that is, and so to become part of the ocean is to become part of everything that there is. And the ocean is also something that cannot be contained. It cannot be fathomed in its entirety. It cannot be changed in any way. The ocean is what the ocean is. And it displays a great deal of different emotions. It's representative of your emotions. And so when it comes to this connection, I would say that this is something that they see as very confusing, something that perhaps has even caught them a little bit off guard, something that they don't quite understand entirely themselves, because there is such a depth to what is going on. And part of that is because this is a spiritual lesson. But with the creator here, there's an endless amount of potential as well. I think that this connection for them is something that is unexpected, and is something that has really helped open up their heart space. And I feel like they're under the impression that there is some sort of influence that is much greater than either one of you that is affecting this connection. And I don't mean it in like a negative way. It's just like there's like a higher purpose that they're seeing, and there's a lot of potential that they're seeing. And I think what's interesting is that we have murder here, and it's such a hostile card. But we also have hope. I feel like they see this connection as something that is so that's so deep that it could bring about like great pleasure, or it could bring about incredible pain, depending on which way it goes. And also with murder here, I think that they're seeing this connection as something that is helping sever something in their life or in your life that has needed to be severed for quite some time. But yeah, overall, I would say that this is a connection that has knocked them off their feet, and it's something that was unexpected, and it's also something that is there's a lot of weight to it that they did not account for when they first showed up in this connection. Let's see where they think this is headed. I kind of get the feeling too with Cheetah and the Rescuer, like they view you as somebody who is guiding this connection, and I felt like an immense amount of gratitude for not having given up on them or given up on this connection, for having taken action when needed, rather than just allowing this to, if they were pulling away, or if they were going through their own things. There's a feeling of gratitude here for your ability to step up. Where do they see this connection going? Okay. Oops. So we have Judgment, the Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So, where do they see this connection heading? I think with Judgment and the Nine of Pentacles, they're recognizing that. So what I'm getting from all of this is that this connection is kind of something that they weren't really planning on. However, it's here, it's in their life, and it has meaning and purpose to them. And I don't necessarily know if they, when they met you, were really in like a state of wanting to be in a relationship or a committed relationship of some kind. And I think that there has been a little bit of resistance to that. And with Judgment here and the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like they are under the impression that this connection is headed toward a moment or a turning point in which that is going to have to be faced. And I think that there's not much resistance. It's not like I'm seeing anything here that's showing me that they want to remain single, or they want to remain in like a player energy. I think that they're honestly, and like they're a little shocked by it, but they're honestly a little open to the idea of shifting the course of this connection. I think what's interesting is that we have the ocean, and then we also have the Three of Wands, which is a ship in the ocean. And I think that that's like indicative of facing their fears with the Nine of Swords. The Three of Wands is a card about having made a decision and then trusting in it. And I think that what this decision is going to be about is about expansion, exploration, and also exploring one's fears. And with the Two of Swords, that's, a card of indecision. However, right underneath it, we have the Eight of Wands, a card of action, a card of communication, a card of movement. And I'm sensing that they see this connection headed in a way, in a direction in which they no longer want to keep these swords crossed and their heart protected. They want to actually be open and communicate. And with the Three of Pentacles being here, they want to work with you. And we also have the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I'm sensing like a closeness here. There's, I don't see it, this connection feels a little fresh, or it just hasn't really come into the fruition that it could have, especially with the ocean being such a turbulent archetype at times. I'm sensing that there has been turbulence in this connection, and you have to keep in mind that what I'm seeing in these cards is really about what it is, how they see this connection headed. This is kind of what they are expecting to have happen. This isn't me asking what the future is, but they're expecting kind of like a shift in this, in which they come out of the cold and come rushing toward you. Like I'm sensing just like a reunion, like an intimate, loving reunion of having missed one another, or of being reconnected. And that's not something I typically get with the Five of Pentacles, but there's just something about it that makes me feel as though they can't wait to hold you. They see being able to hold you in their future and being held by you. Very sweet. Let's go ahead and get some advice. What advice is there for pile 4? Maturity. I make peace with the tough relationships of my past. I probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but I'm grateful for the lessons they brought me. Because of those tough relationships, I can look back at the mosaic of my life and see value in even the most broken pieces. And one more. What advice is there for pile 4? Okay. We have worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, nope, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. And then another one just fell out. Manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense? The more people you speak with about your desire, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen. Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use that word if you don't want to. Okay, pile 4. Well, this is what I'm seeing for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, so that I'll have the chance to do more readings like this for you in the future. If you feel called to, please check out my Etsy shop and see what types of readings I have posted right now. I will be restocking probably in a week or two once graduate school is finally over. But yeah, thank you so much, friends, and I hope that I will see you in another video soon. Bye!